Hi, so my name is Corie Beth McClusky, and I'm acting as a family social worker today with the Scott family. The Scott family is going through a recent divorce, and we have a single mother now and a 16-year-old daughter who is struggling with the concepts of the divorce, and the mom is also having a hard time adjusting. We're going to talk a little bit today about how to approach with the solutions focus-based model, and we will go from there. How are you all doing this week?
Good.
We're good, thank you.
Good. Did anything interesting happen that you want to tell me about last week?
Well, the boy I like ended up having a girlfriend, so that was really upsetting.
I told you it was bad news.
Well,
I told you.
you're always
It
right.
was just
so.
like your father.
Oh, okay. We're going there now. All right. Okay. Cool.
So I take it your week was not wonderful.
No, it was not good.
Okay. Jessica, how anything happened that you want to talk to me about?
Well, at school I had to write up some kids smoking outside of school and just some other hoodlums like that. And I keep trying to tell Kaylee to stay away from them, but I'm afraid she's going to end up with one of them. So I've just been worrying about that all week.
Okay. Have you had any good contact with your dad? Have you
Yeah.
talked to your dad? Are you still talking to him?
Yeah, every day.
Okay.
So.
Have you had to talk to him or anything?
No, I try not to talk to him.
Okay. Let me backtrack real quick just for a second. Last week I asked you all to kind of, as the week went on, to observe some things within the home between the two of you that you like and you would like to stay the same. If you don't care to, maybe if you all did that, do you mind sharing a little bit of that with me?
Yes.
Would you like to go first, Kaylee?
You can go first.
Thanks.
Because
Okay.
go first.
Well, you asked us to make a list of things, and so in my typical OCD fashion, I did, in fact, make a list.
That's great. Lists are good.
Yes, yes. And so I just noted some things that I really like. I like when Kaylee will come home and we'll have a chat for a few minutes, and we just have a really good conversation, and I just wish we could continue that a little more. There were some things that maybe I thought we could improve on. Do you want me to tell you those now, or do you want to wait for those?
You can share now. if you
Share
want.
now,
That's
okay.
fine.
Well, one of the things that, obviously other than communication, that I think that we could do better is if maybe she could, help me around the house more. It's just the two of us now living there, so if maybe she could, do the dishes or something, then that would be really helpful.
Natural, yes, of course.
So,
Okay.
those are my two big ones. Kaylee, what do you have?
Did you come up with anything?
Well, I like when we cook dinner together because I like to cook and stuff, so that's fun. But I feel like she does nag a little bit and tell me to do the dishes and all this other stuff, and I just don't really feel like doing them. So I feel like that if I cook or something, then I shouldn't have to clean the dishes. So
And do you really enjoy spending time with your mom cooking?
yes,
What kind of things do y'all like to cook?
fettuccine alfredo.
Yes, we
That's
really enjoy
my
pasta.
favorite.
We try to be Olive Garden, but
Yeah.
it's not as good sometimes.
Yes. Going back to a little bit about, like I said, when you made a list, but were there any notable negative things about the week that happened between the two of you?
I wanted to go to Dad's last Tuesday, and she didn't let me go because it wasn't scheduled time or whatever, and that's...
Tuesday is a school night. I just feel like you don't need to be out at your father's. You need to be at home doing your homework and getting ready for school. You can go on your scheduled days.
I disagree. I just wanted to go hang out with my dad since I only get to see him on the weekends, but it's whatever, so, yeah.
Okay, so I understand that there is a scheduled visitation. Do you think that you would ever at any point be comfortable with perhaps letting her go visit him?
I think maybe later on down the road that
Mhm.
might be a possibility, but I just feel right now, I mean, she's 16 years old. She needs to be focused on school and things like that. And, you know, when she gets her driver's license, maybe if she can prove to be responsible, then we can start with 1 extra night a week or something like that. But, I mean, until that happens, I'm just wanting to stick with the scheduled visits.
Okay. And does the scheduled visitation really bother you?
I just feel like he's my dad, so I should be able to see him whenever I want to, and I just feel like it's dumb that she can decide when and when I can't see him, but it's not up to me, so.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to tell me how your relationship is with your dad, and then I want you to tell me on a scale of 1 to 10 how your relationship is with your mom.
I say it's about a 9 between me and my dad, and then about a 7 between me and my mom, so.
Okay, do you think that might be higher maybe than it has been before?
Between my dad?
Between you and your mom, sorry.
So has it been higher
Do you think
after the divorce?
Yes, after the divorce.
I think it's lowered since the divorce.
And then your dad is say consistent, or his is gone?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, they were probably both at 8, and now he's like at a 9 and she's at a 7. So.
Okay, and then why do you think it has dropped with your mom?
I feel like I spend so much time with my mom, and she kind of gets annoying, but it's kind of mean to say, but yeah.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
Well, I'm not really sure how I dropped in the polls, if you will. I mean, I'm there working a job, trying to take care of you, you know, just as much, if not more, than your father does. And yes, you have to spend more time with me, but you live in my house, so that would be why you have to spend more time with me. So that kind of upsets me that I'm at least not even with your father.
Like, one thing I really, really like about the two of you is that your communication really is good together. That is a huge strength that the both of you share. I mean, you are able to talk about this. I've seen some clients come in here with their children, and they're just like at wit's end with each other. Like, they cannot function around the two of each other. So, like, this is good that you all are able to do this. But one thing I do want to say, building on what your mom said, you do need to be conscious of the fact that this is just really hard for the both of you. I mean, you are 16, and it's not really typical that sometimes you see divorces that happen when you're this age. Okay? But she is doing what's best for you. She's trying. It's just as hard as it is for you. And I just hope that you understand that, because she loves you very much. Do you love your mom?
Yes.
I know. I can tell.
And I love you too. Even though we fight sometimes.
Okay, going back to, like, we wrote down earlier the things that you like to see, and then the things that are not so great. How do you think that you can improve on those things with the two of you in your relationship?
Well, I guess I can be a little less on your case about doing the dishes or anything like that, and maybe we can come up with some kind of system or something like that, just so we can get figured out, like, who's gonna do this, and just to make sure the house gets cleaned and just everything gets taken care of, and so maybe we can work something like that out, so that way you don't feel like I'm on your case all the time. What else do you have to add?
Sometimes I feel like I can be a little bit of a brat, and I can overreact and be really dramatic, so I guess I could take that down a couple notches and not be so dramatic about things. So.
And maybe we can continue to have those family dinners that you like to cook, and maybe we can even
have spaghetti one night instead of Alfredo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll continue to cook some more and just do some more things together. I think that would help. What are your thoughts?
I think those are very, very good that you all should continue to do that. And I do suggest that you just write down during the week. Keep going with that, writing down things that you would like to see continuously happen. And then one thing I wanted to point out too, I looked at it from her side earlier about the divorce and how you're trying to take care of her. But then you also, I'd like to point out that you need to be conscious of she is having a hard time with the divorce too. Like, it's very hard. Like, she is 16. I'm sure it's very, very hard for her to have to deal with going over there with her dad. And then on when she's used to seeing him every day, every night, having supper together, all of that. Let me ask you this: if you were in a perfect world, what would be happening in your home? Like, I know we've already talked about some things that are positive, but like, what in a perfect world, what would happen between the two of you?
In my opinion, or
Oh, you can start if you want. Whoever wants to go first.
would you rather go first?
You can go first.
Okay.
I'll let you go first.
Okay.
Are we talking about like they're still divorced?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, no. I mean, in your perfect world, you just answer how you like. What are you thinking when I say?
Well, I was thinking like both of them still being together and stuff, but I know that's not really a possibility, and I think it's better for them to be apart since they're not arguing or anything. I guess. Trying to think one. You go ahead and go and let me think about something that I was gonna say.
Alright, well, I guess a perfect world for me would be, Kaylee just continuing to do well in school and to just go on to college and to do well at the college level and to ultimately graduate and start a really good career, and all the meanwhile have a good relationship between both myself and her father, and just live a healthy and happy last few teenage years.
Those are very good answers.
What I was gonna say is at one point I hope that both of my parents can be civilized with each other and not argue and not have to be on opposite ends of like, because I play basketball and I don't like to see them sit on opposite ends of the gym. I would like to see them like sitting next to each other, or at least giving like a hey, how you doing, not just completely ignore each other. So that would be nice to see.
That is very good. That's an awesome thing to think about, and it very well could happen. Do you think that, Jessica, you could ever, can you maybe see that in the future, developing a friendship with your ex-husband?
I think I can see that happening in the future, especially for Kaylee's best interest. I just feel that right now, just things are just so new, and they're just so hard to be going through, and I just think it's going to take time to build those things back up between you and your father.
So you do feel though that, while all this is very new, but you do feel that at one point maybe you can see that in the future being civil.
Yeah, I do see that, because we both love Kaylee very, very much, and no matter what's happening between us, she will always bring us together, and so I feel that we do need to. You're probably right on this one. I'm sure I don't say that often, but you're probably right, and we do need to just kind of build back some kind of friendship that we can co-parent together.
That is really good. I'm so proud of you both, because since last week, I know it's only been a week, but the change that I see has helped a lot, I think.
Well, I think this journaling idea was really good. It allowed me to just, write down some things and just get out some frustrations that I had, and I like this a lot. So I see this continuing.
I just use the Twitter, so
you just
tweet my problems away.
Twitter, yes.
Yeah.
But do you like journaling? Do you think it helps you?
I'm not as OCD as my mom is, so it's fun, I guess, to write down different things, but I really look at Twitter when I really need to vent.
Maybe you could write your hashtags in here instead of in the Twittersphere. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, this was really good today, guys. I'm very proud of both of you. We've made some huge steps in the progression of your relationship. Just continue to journal together. Continue to do those things together. Doing the dishes together, maybe. Cooking supper, and maybe keep going to her. You play basketball, right? Go to her basketball games, things like that. Help out around the house. And I will be here if you need questions, or if you have any questions, you can call me. And I look forward to seeing you all next week.
Okay. Thank you so much for all of your help.
See you later, alligator.